trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium, từ trên Scout, Logistics và Warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.
There are a couple of other ways that Atomic organizes your data that can be really helpful in addition to the ranking data that I just shared with you. So in the same campaign, let's take a look at what those metrics might be. Here in this same campaign where we're just looking at the organic and sponsored rank as well as the search volume, and actually anywhere that you see a chart next to either keywords or search terms within Atomic, if you highlight over it, you're going to get access to additional details. So clicking on that little graph next to this particular search term is going to show me a couple of key things. Number one, it's going to show me its performance over time. And again, we're still looking at the past 60 days. So I can see how that search term did linked to every single campaign or keyword in a campaign over that time period. Now here I can see it in a different graph form, and you can change these metrics if you want, depending on how you like to look at your data. But the most useful area, I believe, is down here at the bottom, because it just simply shows you, again, for this one particular search term, how it did in relation to the keywords it's associated with. And each of these keywords is located in a different campaign. So each of these colors in this legend are referencing a different campaign in the account. So this search term is crutches for adults, and you can see that Amazon has connected it into this phrase keyword, crutches for adults, which is the same. Crutches adult. The word for is not in here because actually Amazon doesn't really look at the word for when making exact matches. As you can see, this is an exact match keyword. Even though the word for is not in there, it's still being associated with this search term. And you've also got crutches adult here as an exact match, and so on. Now, if I wanted to see more than 5 campaigns, I can go ahead and do that. But typically looking at performance of the top 5 campaigns should give you a good idea of how that search term is performing across your account as associated with different keywords in particular campaigns. So in this view, we can see really the only one that it's not doing well, and it's not even that bad, at 36% ACOS over the past 60 days, is just in this one campaign. So we might say crutches adult maybe should be made a negative, crutches for adults should be made negative in this one campaign, or this exact match crutches adult keyword may be paused because it is actually performing better in these other campaigns. So having access to this data is really important when you're trying to decipher how different search terms are performing across your entire account. And this view is something that is really only available in third-party tools such as Atomic. The other thing that you can look at, because right now, again, we're just looking at search term related data, we have additional data that you can look at when it's associated with actual targets. So again, anywhere in Atomic where there is a keyword located, you have a graph. So I'm going to pick the one that has spent the most, because there might be significant data there. And we're going to pull up a chart that is specific to that keyword that I clicked on in this one campaign. See, as you can see, we're just looking at the data for this keyword in this one particular campaign and ad group. I can see that the last time the bid was changed was 13 days ago, and I can see the current bid. The great thing about this information is it really shows you over time how the keyword performed at different bids. So if we look over here, one of the lower ACOSs is 10%, but it only made 1,000 in sales. So we might want something closer to this one here, 2,000 sales at 22%. So it really actually depends what your ACOS target is and what your strategy is at the time. But you really get to see how this particular keyword did in this one campaign at what bid. So if you do see something that really strikes you to say, you know what, this campaign or this keyword in this campaign really performed its best at $3.55, you could actually go ahead and change it back to that $3.55 right away. So again, having this information at your fingertips in order to see things like how your search terms are doing across your entire account, or how your keywords are doing at different bids at different times, is really valuable when you're trying to drill down and scale your campaigns.
Chị đang bán hàng trên Amazon. Skyrock cung cấp các dịch vụ dành cho các nhà bán hàng trên Amazon với mức giá cực kỳ ưu đãi. Như đăng ký brand với USBTO, từ Helium, từ chuyên Scout, lược, tích và warehouse. Xem thêm thông tin chi tiết dưới phần mô tả nhé.